Hey man, what is up in the world of YouTube? I think I'm losing my freaking mind now. Got my vape. Yeah. You know, it took me a little bit to knock that feeling like crap after I smoked that. I didn't even smoke the whole thing. I think I smoked maybe half. Maybe half. But I felt just, yeah, see, I'm a DIY vapor. In other words, let's see if I can get this off. See, I make my own coils, man. I make my own coils, I make my own juice. I do everything, excuse me. See? I know YouTube's probably gonna ban me, but whatever. Yeah, Myles has been gone for what? Let's say 10 hours. Let's say 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. It's now 4:16:13. I miss her, man. I do miss her. I think she does this every once in a while where she says, all right, you son of a bitch. You think you're all that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go visit my family and let you rough it for a little bit and let you learn that you do need me. I do need her, I know that. But see, man, I think sometimes from the past, the shit that has happened to me from the past, it kind of rears its ugly head. My last relationship I was in, man, she was a freaking, I know everybody says the same thing, but even, I was going to say ask my family, but these people don't know my family. She was a freaking psycho bitch, man. I'm serious. I lost everything with her. Everything. And that bitch did nothing. Nothing but lie and steal. And I think the lack of trust sometimes, something will happen. Not directly from Myles, but something will happen, and it kind of puts up that radar, you know what I mean? And I become like a somewhat of an asshole. And I'm pretty sure we have been through things here, not directly from Myles, and it's kind of like my radar goes up, you know what I mean? And I go in protection mode, protecting myself. Nah, it sounds childish, man, but it is what it is, and I ain't afraid to admit to it. You know, one way of taking care of something is admitting to it, right? But I think that happens at times. And now, and that's what I understand, man. Yeah, you do have your bad Philippine ladies here, but you have your really great ones. You know, and I think the really great ones outweigh the bad ones. But also, you have the idiots here. I'm talking about men, both foreigners and Philippine citizens here, that don't realize what they have, and they F up. They effed up big time. I know a guy right now, he's got a beautiful wife, man. Beautiful wife, 2 great kids, and he decided the grass was greener on the other side of that fence and decided he wanted to go, you know, and I'll tell you right now, my personal opinion, once a person, no matter it's the wife or the male, once they commit adultery, it's over. It's over. You know what I mean? There is no forgiving, because once they do it, you know, a person of religion, okay, I'm not going to say, told me one time, once a cheat, always a cheat. Okay? And I wouldn't trust this person ever again. And no, Myles hasn't done, I'm not talking, no, Myles is not a cheat. Myles is, I'm telling you, man. And I know a lot of people, you don't hear this that much, but I'm going to say it. I love Myles to death. Okay, I do. I love Myles to death. And, you know, their culture, they don't say that very much. You know, they don't say, I love you or anything like that. Now, I get you don't show or you don't express your emotions towards, you know, in public. but not in public. You're in private. Check that out, man. Let me see if I got a light for this. Okay. Nope, no light. Sorry, folks. I got chicken. What I did was I got up two leg quarters and some potatoes. I put the seasoning here. I know I'm all over the place. Leave me alone. I put this. I like this. I like this stuff. Kinder's. I like it. I got the dry seasoning. And what I do is I put that on there. I cook the leg quarter in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, around 400 degrees. I like a hot oven. Okay, I like a hot oven. For an hour, the skin's nice and crispy. And then the barbecue sauce, the liquid barbecue sauce that comes along with this, I use that to dip. Beautiful world. Life is good at that time. But let me get back. I know my ADD, I'm sorry. It's just, Myles is the best things that ever happened to me. And like I said, I think times like this, when she goes away, it makes me realize, and it's only been freaking 10 hours, it makes me realize how good of a person she is. I know she's a good person, but at times I think, and some of you will understand, and some of you will be like, you're a simp. No, I'm not a simp, okay? But there's nothing wrong with recognizing how important a person is in your life, no matter your partner, no matter, you know what I mean? No matter I'm talking about a partner, okay? Now, how important they are in your life. And like I said, there's things that happen that, you know, once in a while, when something triggers it, my radar goes up and I get freaking attitude, okay? And I'm not grumpy and I love Myles to death, but like I said, certain things happen and my radar goes up. And then I go into protection. I'll do everything I have to do to protect myself. And it's not from Myles. Most of the time, it's not from Myles. A lot of times, Myles gets pressure from other people. She gets pressure from other people. And I'm not talking about the person who I just got done talking about, okay? I'm talking about other people. One thing I cannot stand is somebody coming in my house and disrespecting me and Myles. And what I mean by that, they come into my house, they lay on my furniture, and they sit there. First thing they do is pop open the phone and log into my Wi-Fi while me and Myles are in the bedroom painting, and they lay on their ass on my couch. That's disrespect right there. Or when they want something, they say, hey Brent, can I have this? He goes, Brent, give me this. You know what I mean? That's disrespect, and it has happened often. The way I look at it, the only person I'm responsible for, and that you can either agree or you can disagree, I don't care, it's Myles in the Philippines. That's who I'm responsible for, Myles. Everybody else is not my problem. They're not my kids. And believe me, I found out when Myles is in the hospital the first time what people really think. And it wasn't her kids. It wasn't Myles's kids. Okay, it's other people that didn't give a shit, didn't hear from them. But a couple of weeks after, when she got out of the hospital, their assholes were calling asking for shit. Okay, no, that's why they don't want anything. My property in Lasalle, I'm shutting it down because they're so disrespectful, so freaking disrespectful. Hey, you know, and I'm getting tired. Well, you need to understand. You want to know something, man? When you keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over again, expecting a different result, that's freaking insane. That's insane. And that's what a lot of them do. They keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over again, expecting they want to get something different results out of it. That's insane. You don't go around lying to people thinking, and when you get caught, you can't say nothing, you're going to embarrass me. I don't give a shit. You embarrass yourself for lying. How did I get in that tantrum? But like I said, it's just, you know, and I do not have a problem with Myles going to go see her daughter and her grandkids. That's why she's going there. She could care less about everybody else. She's going to go see her daughter and her grandkids. Because they're the only people treated with respect. Oh, there's one guy there totally disrespected Myles. As far as I'm concerned, I hope that son of a bitch dies a slow and painful death. This guy is the biggest piece of shit who ever walked 2 feet. I can't stand him. I cannot stand his ass. Disrespectful, lied, looked Myles right straight in the face and lied to her about something. You don't have to, just because you're here doesn't mean you have to put up with it. Okay? Doesn't mean you have to put up with it. Well, that's their culture. Actually, it's all the Filipinos I talk to, they're like, no, you don't have to put up with that shit. With the lying and the stealing, you don't have to put up with that. It doesn't matter who you are. They say, I don't put up with it. Why should you? You know? Yes, I'm very grateful that the people of the Philippines and the Philippine government allows me to stay here with my wife. Okay, I'm very grateful for it. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be a simp. It doesn't mean I'm going to let people walk all over me and act like I owe them something. I don't owe them anything. I don't owe them nothing, you know? And that's what I said at times, and that's the number one complaint. A lot of these foreigners, no matter what country they come from, that's their number one complaint, is the pressure that their partner gets from their families. You know what I mean? The pressure, and that's what causes a lot of problems between them and their partner, is the pressure they get from the families of, you know, well, you got to take care of us too. No, they don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm sorry. I will say it until the day I die and I'm laying in my grave. No, you don't. Your responsibility is for that partner, and if you have children with that partner, that's the only responsibility you have. You don't have family. They don't. Your average Philippine don't say that. They're like, no, I'm not putting them before my wife and kids. No. No. Just gotta watch yourself, man. You just gotta watch yourself. See, a lot of people don't like the way I talk because I'm honest as I possibly can be. And if I can't be honest, I just don't talk about it. You know? I don't talk about it. A lot of people have a hard time with that. Well, sorry about that. GoPro overheated. All right, there. Just gotta make sure I'm all good. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. Like I said, man, be grateful and appreciate your partner, especially the ones in the Philippines. For the females, the Philippine woman, the hard workers, very hard workers. Just appreciate them. That's all I gotta say. Alright, so always remember, man, you be good to yourself, you be good to each other, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye for now.